Great. Now let's compare the Indian and the US system. Okay, the undergrad degree is termed as MBBS in India, for which you appear the NEET UG. In US, it is MD program. Okay, the postgrad program is MD MS. Medicine is MD, surgery is MS, for which you appear the PG exam, NEET PG. Here you appear the USMLE, which is series of 4 examinations, right? The PG is called as residency in America. The super specialization, let's say I do MD medicine, I do DM in nephrology. So that is super specialization, for which government of India has announced the NEET super specialization exam couple of years ago. Okay, I do, let's say, surgery. I want to become a plastic surgeon. So you do MCH. So that super specialization is called as fellowships in America. Okay, believe me, there are hundreds of physicians in our private hospitals in India. Hundreds of them who are who have done PG from medical colleges in India, in government colleges. They go to America to do fellowships. The top-notch HODs, top-notch physicians have done fellowship from America. Yeah. In US, if you want to apply for fellowship, you have to use the same 4 exams of USMLE. So if you have given these exams right now, you can go immediately for residency or future in your career for fellowships. There is no separate exam for fellowship. Okay. Attempts. In India, there are multiple attempts for NEET. In USMLE, if there's only one attempt, if you pass, and the scores are locked for 7 years. Admission ratio for PG. When in India, when 10 MBBS students apply, one gets a PG seat. In US, when 2 students apply, one get a seat, IMGs, which is why US is more preferred. Choice of specialty. India, everything is based on the NEET rank. In US, it is a very centralized procedure, and it is specific to a specialization. So what happens is, within a medical college, every departmental HOD takes the decision for their own specialization. So the requirement of medicine HOD will be different, and requirement of surgery HOD will be different. So decision maker is HOD, not the dean of the college. Okay, in US they are called as program director. So there is a choice which you have to make before application. So there is a clarity. This is a very important point. What happens is, in India, after NEET PG exams, during the counseling round, you have to make impromptu decision. And every year after the counseling round, I get thousands of calls. You know what? I had in mind to pick up medicine, pediatrics, but when my turn came, only seats available, because I was from an open category, was anatomy and biochemistry. I took the seat, but now I'm not liking it. Are you getting it? So that is a big issue. And here in US system, this is a clarity you have. Tuition fees. In India, government, 3 to 5 lakhs. In private, 1 to 3 crores to do PG. In the US, there is no tuition fee. Yeah. Salary stipend in India, 30,000 is an average. Some pay 60,000, 70,000. Some pay lesser than that. The average is around 30,000. In US, it is 3 to 4 lakhs per month. So because of the less competition, no tuition fee, salary, and the opportunity of career, US is preferred. Hunar, I will answer that question of yours in the next slide. Okay, I will read the question and answer it in the next slide, because there you'll have a clarity. Okay. So Hunar, it doesn't matter where you do PG from, whether you do it from a private or government, doesn't matter. You are eligible for fellowships, but the exact pathway I shall let you know in the next slide. You will have a better clarity, right? Sashank is asking, how important is medical college performance? Well, medical college performance shows your commitment towards MBBS, your knowledge. They are not expecting you to be a college topper, but in every year, if your marks are, let's say, anatomy average marks in your class 60, and the highest marks are, let's say, 80, then they are expecting your score is at least above average. Okay, it cannot be that your marks are 42. Okay, what they just want to know that within your medical college you are above average among the students, and your growth from first year to final year is an upward curve. It's not that in first year you score, let's say, 75%, and by the time you reach final year you're scoring 45%. Are you getting it? That's, they are expecting a decent, score. Let's say first year was 60%, second year is 62, third year is 65. So it's a decent upward trend. That is all they are expecting. Okay. Sandeep, I will talk about when to give, what to give. We will talk about a timeline in the next few slides. Okay. I will answer relevant question in the relevant slides, so guys, you will have a complete clarity. Now, obvious question to each one of you. Okay, which specialization are you guys looking to apply? Medicine, OBGY, surgery, pediatrics? Please type in quickly. Okay, because this particular slide is a 4-step procedure for your entire admissions in America. So quickly, guys, type in this question. All right. Okay, surgery. Okay, radiology, orthopedic surgery, medicine, OBGY, testing. Okay. All right, interesting. I have lots of answers. We are almost 100 plus students. So broadly, guys, understand this slide very clearly. All right, that your entire planning and the visibility of your career will be here from this slide. Okay, because this is a 4-step process. Okay, towards a successful career in America. Stage 1 is where you do the entire hard work. Okay, this will be parallel to your medical schools and usually takes 5 to 6 years of your life, because this is recommended to be done parallel to medical school. Okay, so the first target of every IMG is to become something called as ECFMG certified. What is ECFMG? ECFMG is Education Commission for Foreign Medical Graduates. This is the body which certifies that your degree here in India is equal to the American undergrad degree MD, and that you are eligible to apply for PG. How does that happen? By submitting your MBBS degree, passing marks of step 1, which is online, CK, which is online, and CS, which is a practical examination. Okay? MBBS degree, USMLE step 1, CK, and CS. Clear? Along with this, in this process, parallel to 5 to 6 years, you also require in the internship year to go for something called as clinical rotation. Okay, what are those? Those are, in simple language, during internship, an opportunity for you to work in American hospital for 2 to 3 months. Okay, this is a paid program. You have to pay tuition fee to the university, but this is compulsory. Working in American hospital for 2 to 3 months in the specialty in which you want to do PG is very important. Okay, why? Because when you work there, A, it's a requirement, B, you get something called as letter of recommendation, which helps for your admission. Okay, so if you understand the entire first phase, the first phase is where you are building your undergrad career, working hard, preparing for MBBS, preparing for USMLE in first, second year, appear in third year, CKCS in internship year. This is a normal timeline. Okay, and in the first stage, your total expenditure is 20 lakh rupees. Okay, so anybody telling you expenditure less than that is fooling you, because this is the investment which you require for a USMLE career. Okay, So this is where the stage 1 ends. This is a 5 to 6 year procedure. Those who are already graduate will have to add one more year for step 1, 1 year for CKCS, and 1 year of application. Okay, 3 more years. That's why it is recommended to do parallel to the medical school. After this, the stage 2 is when you get the PG in America. That's where you start earning. Okay, so PG in America is for a period of 3 to 5 years. Medicine is a 3-year program, surgery is a 5-year program, radiology is a 5-year program, neuro is a 4-year program, OBGY is a 4. So number of years depend on the specialization, but it does not matter to you. Okay, it does not matter to you in terms of the length, because you need to understand this very importantly, that if I work for 1 year, I get paid 1 year salary. If I work for 5 years, I get 5 years salary. So as a internal medicine specialist, when I work for 3 years, per year I get around 35 to 40 lakh salary. For 3 years total, I will earn 1 crore Indian rupees. Okay. Now after that, after completing my 3 years, I have to appear for the final exam of the PG, which is called as the board examination. Okay, guys, hold on to your questions. I will answer them. First, understand this slide. This is very important. Final year of PG, after you complete that, you have to appear for a final exam the way it happens in India. This is called as a board examination. Okay, once you pass this examination, you are a board certified doctor in America. Okay, after this you have 3 career choices. Career choice number 1, I can come back and work in India as an MD medicine. My degree is directly recognized. I can work in government setup or a private setup. Okay, doesn't matter. I have to not give any entrance exam. Okay, I can settle in the Indian healthcare system. That is my first option. Second option is I give the step 3 exam and settle in American job market. Please understand, the step 3 exam can be given before you start PG, during PG, or after PG. Generally, Indian students do not have this patience to appear after PG. They give it in the intermediate phase when they are applying for the admission from stage 1 to stage 2. That's when Indian students have already given the step 3 exam. Okay. And the third career opportunity I have, let's say I've done MD medicine, I can do further studies in cardiology, nephrology, oncology. So those are fellowship programs. So this is the third career opportunity that I will study further. I will do fellowship, which are period of 1 to 3 years. During residency, I get paid per year 35 lakhs. During fellowship, I get paid per year 55 lakhs. So 3-year program, I get paid 1.5 crores. So if you understand the overall scenario in the US process, you are investing first 5 to 6 years of your life and 20 lakh rupees, and the next 6 years of life you are earning 10 times, 10x the income. Okay. Now, why do Indian parents are actually very liking the US option? This is very important. I speak to a lot of parents who are doctors and also otherwise, because in India there are a lot of other pressures. Okay. So what we have found, people who do MBBS from India take 2-3 years drop, do PG from India, take 2-3 years drop, do super PG. Average age at which they settle is 32 years. Okay. People who do PG from America and MBBS from India, the average age at which they start earning has been 27 years. So by choosing the PG in American process, you are saving 5 years of your life. This is why many parents are preferring the US process. All right. Now, of course, I can answer any questions you have on this particular slide. Of course, we will talk the rest of the question separately. Siri, regarding your questions about electives and externships and all, I just did a very elongated session yesterday on rotations. So I may invite you to attend that session, which I do in future, or that session will be uploaded on my YouTube channel very shortly. So you can watch that, all right? So we will talk separately on clinical rotation, okay? Right now, my question is very simple on this particular slide, because this is an overview of the entire journey in America. Please understand this properly. Don't get just mixed up only talking about smaller things. First, understand the macro, then we talk micro. Okay, so now I have a question from Hunar. Can a doctor who has given Indian PG and is doing MD in non-government college in India do fellowships in America? Yes, Hunar. A doctor who has done PG from India, okay, wants to do fellowship in America. Yes, he can do that, no problem. But you need to give step 1, CK, CS, and step 3, all the 4 examinations. First condition. Second, after completing fellowship, you have to come back and work in India. Okay, you cannot settle in America because your PG is not from America. If you want to settle in America, you will have to repeat the PG. Okay, the only Indian degree which is directly recognized in America to settle is radiology. So if you are MD radiology, no problem. You give all the 4 USMLE exam, do fellowship, and you can directly settle in America. Which is why, if you understand why radiology seats get full very fast in the counseling round, and also are very expensive in private medical colleges. I hope you guys are aware of this. Okay. And I hope this answers your question, Hunar. Yeah, MD and DNB radiology. So under Sankalp, under the alternative pathway for IMGs, India is the only country, and MD and DNB radiology are the only specializations which are recognized. Okay. Sandeep, Siri, you guys are asking questions about rotations. We will separately deal with it. Okay. Let me first talk about the overall pathway, and then rotations we can speak. All right. Saurabh has a very interesting question. Can we get a job as a specialist consultant in India after completing residency from USA? Absolutely, Saurabh. Absolutely. No doubt about it. You can yourself Google and you will realize how many physicians, yourself Google and just check for physicians who are working. I'll just tell you, Saurabh, best way to check is type Fellowship USA, type Apollo, type Medanta, type Fortis, all the top-notch hospitals, and you will realize how many physicians are working there. See, what happens is the top private medical colleges in hospitals in India, whether you talk about Columbia Asia, or Artis, or so many hospitals are there. They have the right biomedical infrastructure, and you guys have the right exposure if you have done PG from America, which is why people who do fellowships or PG from America get a very easy job in India. You just Google, find out, check for Dhirubhai Ambani, work hard. You'll realize how many physicians are there who have done PG from outside India. All right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hunar, 3 years is not for USMLE. 3 years includes 1 year for step 1, 1 year for CK, CS and rotations, and 1 year of application. I'm not just talking about USMLE exam, Unar, because I told you admission is about everything. Unar, when I talk about the residency timeline, you will realize that is correct. Your seniors have done step 1 CK in 1.5 years. Another half year is for rotation CS, and another 1 year is for application. So even for them, it was 3 years. Okay. So I'll show you. Don't worry. You will understand that when we talk about the timeline. All right.